Hey, peace, love, and blessings, fam. Johnny Sally here. And the other day, I posted a video called I Haven't Given Up. Um, that video was in direct reference to the short absence that I had taken on social media the last couple of days, about a week or so. Now, I also posted that video because at one point I was doing daily videos, jumping off of stuff, flipping off of stuff. Peace, love, and blessings, fam. Exerting a lot of energy, giving um, my full being to my audience because that's just what I do. I am not only an empath, but I am a energetic and environmental grounder as far as some of my spiritual gifts. So I do utilize that energy in an attempt to assist individuals with whatever they may have going on. So that apology was because I had taken a long stint before and hadn't really kept my audience, my friends, my family informed on why I took the absence. I just took the absence, and it was right before COVID. So, what I learned is that I won't say it created a level of distrust, but it showed the algorithm of life, the universe, and these different social media platforms that I may not be as consistent as I presented. Now, we do understand that your fans are the reason that that level of consistency can be balanced out, because if they know that something is going on, they're inclined to check in on you. They're inclined to keep checking in on you or looking at older material to get a gauge of not only who you are, but just to, tap back in sometimes because of your absence. So again, I appreciate everybody who has stuck around with me once I jumped back in the game of content creating. There have been a lot of things that took place in my life that made me have to reevaluate myself. Again, I am big in spirituality. As I always mention, I'm a part of Galacticus, Galighticus, which is this plane's only school of ascension. I say school of ascension because, unlike any other religious organization, which we don't refer to ourselves as that, it's a movement, even though there are religious and spiritual aspects and tenets of it, they don't necessarily give you a blueprint of what or how to do things to remove yourself from the cycle of samsara. If you don't know what the cycle of samsara is, the cycle of samsara is the reincarnated cyclical game of birth, death, and rebirth. I can do a video on that later if some would like. Just let me know in the comments. And I also learned that when creating content, a lot of the times we do it for ourselves, not just our audience, our fans, our family, our friends. And I'll be using those words interchangeably because to me, fan sounds so elitist, and I don't have fans. I'm amazed sometimes while I'm out and people are like, "Hey, you're the Peace, Love, and Blessings fam guy." And again, I'm appreciative because it lets me know that the energy that I share with people, that is directly given to me by the divine, is received. So I've been thinking about more ways to bring content to you all. Few may know, I have said it before, but I am the owner of a company, Loyalty Life Legacy LLC. It's going through some construction right now, just in me re-identifying not only myself, my brand, but I am a life coach, for lack of better term. I'm really a spiritual assistant because all I can do is show individuals the path that I take and give them the same tools if necessary, or provide them certain avenues that may be necessary for themselves if I may be so blessed to by the divine, by my spiritual agency, by an individual set of ancestors that literally feed that energy or information through me to them. So I've been looking at a few things. I think one of the first things I'm going to start doing is reading books or passages of certain things and then expounding on them. I think the first thing I'm going to actually do is probably start with this book by Wayne W. Dyer called Wisdom of the Ages 60 Days to Enlightenment. It's a twofold thing for me. It allows me to give consistent content that is useful and beneficial. And a brother of mine, Nadi, challenged our community to do 60 days of posts on YouTube. So, yeah, I'm always thinking of ways to feed two birds with one stone. I don't like using the term kill two birds with one stone because I don't even like killing spiders. Let's just be honest. There are certain pests that, as loving and caring as I am as a being, some of them they just they gotta go, and I'm sure we can agree on some of those, but we won't get into that. We'll just keep this light and loving. So yeah, I am going to do my best to continue bringing good content that is helpful and beneficial. Now, I don't think I'm going to be doing a whole lot more videos unless I get that spark and feeling to peace, love, and blessings, flam, and surprise everybody. Because, of course, I'm getting older. I have to be respective of my body. Not that anything's wrong with it at this moment, but I also understand that the divine has given me certain spiritual gifts with regard to Ultra Anahata Reiki, and my hands are very, very special. I've even had past life readings of my hands being removed in a past life. And what I just felt was that it was also connected to a divine gift that the gods gave me, that the only way that could be stopped in that lifetime was to have my hands removed. I even had an Ifa priestess not too long ago tell me that I have to be careful with the work that I do because to injure my hands hinders my spiritual work. So the form of Reiki that is that I practice not only uses my hands, but it uses my body as a conduit of energy. So if I'm not at my maximum potential, then that can affect the way the Reiki is delivered. Let's just put it that way. It is sentient within itself, so it goes to where it needs to once I open myself to be the conduit to direct it. So I have to protect my body. Those of us who practice this level of Reiki and Galacticus are also conduits to help heal Mother Terra or Mother Earth, Mother Erdut, Mother Gaia, the many names that she has, just by walking and placing our souls on certain parts of the planet. So yeah, if I'm injured and I can't walk, then that kind of defeats the purpose of being able to transmute healing energy to the planet and those around me, right? So yeah, um, I'm gonna be reading more books. I'm also looking at um, expanding on the life coaching curriculum that I have. As I mentioned, I'm a life coach um, or spiritual assistant, and I have a curriculum called Steps to Greatness. It's a peacemaker curriculum that was created with one of my mentors, Dr. LaFleur, and it breaks down thoughts, desires, and actions. We've heard about that many different ways. You can apply it to certain aspects of masonry and the three thieves. Um, you can look at it as a trinity of the self that, if not properly understood, is like a engine in your being that can malfunction. For those of you that do know a little bit about mechanics, if you have certain things wrong with your vehicle, like a spark plug, radiator, different computer chips, those things can hinder how your vehicle runs. So our vehicle runs off thoughts, desire, and action. It's literally called a firing order. Let's put it this way. an instance happens in your life. Some people think about it first. Some people act, and then you feel. Some people feel, act, and think. Some people feel, think, then act. So those are the three firing orders that, again, aligned with, like I said, thought, desire, and action. Thought, desire, or feeling, and action. I've noticed that the westernized world, and it's even expanding further out than that to um, social media, the world as a whole, not just Americanized Western culture, is majorly functioning solely off of feeling, emotion. They emote from one event, situation, circumstance, or person to another. It's literally like a program running in the background, which we at Galacticus call the human default program. That program is making all choices and decisions for you more so than you're making them for yourself. Because I'm observing more and more that many people are not very intentional in the things that they do. There's not a whole lot of thought put into the first line of thought. For instance, it's like a friend brought up, her and her partner were discussing what he wanted for his birthday solar return. And he told her something specific, and she got something else. Now, the problem wasn't that she got something else from her perspective in this case. The problem was that she didn't inform him that she still was going to get him what he asked for. She just hadn't gotten around to it yet. Now, he told her directly, hey, I appreciate it, but this isn't what I asked for. But in her mind, being the righteous woman in his corner, she was just saying, no, I wasn't not going to get you what you asked for. She said, I just felt you deserved even more. And a lot of the times people won't operate like that. You can tell somebody, hey, I only drink water. I don't drink sodas. And they will go to a location, grab something to drink, and bring you back a soda, and then say, oh, well, I know you don't drink soda, but I got you this instead. And my apologies, it's the thought that counts. But if the thought isn't actually taken into account of what was expressly told to you, then the thought that counts didn't really have much thought given to it other than how the individual felt within themselves of, if it was me, I would want this. And I do see that very heavily in the difference between how men think and how women think, or some men and some women. I do try not to generalize very much, because some will take it to offense, opposed to just saying, well, I don't operate like that, and moving on. And I don't want to offend my audience. And I'm always one open to correction. So if at any time something makes you feel a certain way, you disagree, post it in the comments. I will respond back to you, and we can have a beautiful dialogue and discourse, because that's what life is about. Life is about knowing, learning, and growing. And that's all I'm here to do as a spiritual assistant, is to help you grow, just like I've had to help myself grow. Yes, everybody is entitled to grow at their own pace. Some people need help, and many others don't realize that it's no one's responsibility to help you grow. It is your own responsibility. All other individuals can do is walk with you. All other individuals can do is hold your hand. And even that hand holding can potentially only go so far from time to time. It may not be a continual 24/7 lifelong hand holding, because it's like saying, Jesus, take the wheel. Well, if he gave us this vehicle, this vessel to operate and maneuver, why then should he have to take the wheel back if this is what you asked for? Many will say they didn't ask to be born here, but in contrary, you did on the spiritual realm. So I appreciate you riding with me. As I said, I will be providing you more information. Walk in love, walk in light, walk in peace. Know that you're loved, and I'm very grateful for you being here.